Right, guys, hello, another video for you. Unfortunately, not the one I thought I was going to be making for the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, but nonetheless, I need to make it to keep you guys in the loop. Unfortunately, the Aftershocks DLC has been delayed. So that's the topic for the video. We'll go over the announcement that was made late in the day yesterday. I will talk about what the DLC actually is. Believe it or not, some people are still very new to the game. They might not even know DLC was coming. And then later in the video, I'm going to go over the Aftershocks trailer, break it down, pause it in places, have a chat with you all. I'm sure other channels have done it, but I haven't. I'll just take this opportunity to do it now. So we'll break the video down with timestamps, help you find what you want to see. You can skip ahead if you want to. So let's go over the announcement that was made late in the day yesterday, what's going on with Aftershocks. Hello tourists, we've been spending a lot of time in the past weeks getting our game ready for the announced Aftershocks update. However, technical issues have arisen which we did not anticipate. Launching on multiple platforms and upgrading to a new engine version is tricky to say the least. The bottom line is that we do not want to ship without knowing that you can access the Aftershocks update on whatever supportive VR hardware you are using and have an experience up to our standards. As such, we have made the hard decision to delay this update initially planned for May 20th. This delay may push the launch back by several weeks. We know having a definitive answer is important, so we will reach back out on our social channels once we have a final date we are confident we can hit. Thank you for your support and patience, the Skydance Interactive team. Obviously, it's disappointing news. I was looking forward to it as much as the next man, but I do respect their decision. There's too many games that come out, they take our money, and they're not in a fit state, and it takes many months of patches for them to fix it. And I really wish it was just delayed. I really wish more developers would do that. Skydance have already taken my money. I've already had my money's worth out of the title. It was released as a seated experience, and the community said, well, it'd be much better if I could crouch in real life. It happened in the game. Developers made it happen. They did the Meat Grinder update, which was free DLC. They delayed that as well for Quest users, but they delivered in the end. So yeah, they're committed to the game, and yeah, they do care about it. So yeah, I've got a lot of respect for them. I see people already misquoting Skydance Interactive, saying, "Oh, it's been delayed a couple of weeks." They haven't said that. They said it may be pushed back several weeks, and people are saying, "Oh, well, that's a polite way of saying it will be delayed for months." I'm reading it as I see it, and that it will be done when it's done, and they'll let us know when they've got a realistic date that they think they can hit. So yeah, I'll keep my ears and eyes peeled and see what information we've got, coming out. So hopefully we don't have to wait too long to feel the aftershocks. It's kind of worked out okay for me because Call of Duty Cold War Zombies also has an update coming on May 20th. The Easter egg story mode for the Outbreak Zombies, that comes on May 20th, so I can explore that, kill some time whilst I wait for Aftershocks. If that all goes to pot and that's delayed, I'll go off. I'll do something else. I'll do Pavlov and some of the Call of Duty zombie map mods. If I don't want to do that, I can go off and play the Sniper Elite spin-off, zombie Nazi zombie Dead War. There's plenty of cool games for us to play, no matter what platform we're on, to kill time whilst we wait for Skydance Interactive to yeah, work their magic. So let's move on to what the Aftershocks DLC actually is for those of you that are very new to the game. It says, you shook New Orleans once before, now experience the Aftershocks. Free campaign update for all platforms on May 20th. Well, we know that's not going to happen, but yeah, we'll read on anyway. Your tour through undead New Orleans isn't over just yet. Jump back on your skiff and return to the deadly world of the Walking Dead in this free post-campaign adventure. Aftershocks coming to all platforms. Supply caches once thought destroyed by the tourist actions are washing up across the city. Tower and Reclaimed alike will do everything they can to secure them. If you wish to get your hands on the remnants of the reserve, then you must face off against more dangers, survivors, and walkers than ever before. New missions, stories, collectibles, and survival tools await you on this dangerous new journey. This is the only start of threats lurking just below the surface, so stay tuned for more updates in the future. Will you be ready to face the aftershocks? So those of you that are very new, some of you won't be too disappointed because you do need to complete the main campaign before the Aftershocks DLC would kick in anyway. Those of us that have finished it, we knew there was no new game plus mechanic. It wouldn't reset the quests. and we could replay it again with all the kit we already have. So for them to be added in new mission stories, and this stuff for the story mode, tempts us back into visiting that mode. We could continue on anyway. Um, you could, yeah, if you missed like the angel statues and there was, recipes and blueprints you hadn't found and you're hunting for all your achievements, you could just continue on. But it was hard to motivate yourself to do that. So the fact we're going to have new missions and stories, collectible stuff to find, that's, yeah, just going to, give us that little push we need to go back and do it. It says survival tools. That's very cryptic. Is it new weapons? Is it food recipes? Don't know. We'll have to see. The trailer doesn't give away too much, to be absolutely fair with you. I have to be honest that I enjoy the story mode far more than the trial. If you love the trial mode, that's great. It's like the arcade horde mode. I liked it initially. The more I played it, I got quite bored of it. Once you suss it out, you realize, if I shoot these hanging zombies, I get these booster power ups, and that heals me, gives me my stamina back. I can have unlimited ammo or unlimited stamina for 60 seconds. You can cheese it, basically. I don't find it particularly difficult. It's just I've got to survive an hour. On the story mode, on the other hand, I do need to be careful with my stamina. Stamina is life. I know my guns are going to break, and my ammunition. I've got to pick my shots. So yeah, I really liked the story mode. I'm glad to see we're going to have more of that coming along. So let's have a look at the trailer. I'll try not to take up too much of your time. It's only a minute long.
High alert, all tower troops. Receiving reports of a large stockpile of supplies from... This can't be right. A large stockpile of supplies from the reserve...
Right, so that's channel 47 on the radio. As I said, it will give us a reason to go back out into the world again. Channel 47 was always telling us there was caches out in the world for us to find and death squads on the streets to fight, but we just didn't really have the motivation to go off and do that. Now we're going to have a story. I'm going to want to go out there and explore it. As I look around, this looks like Memorial Lane, so it's not a new location. I'm not really seeing any new weapons at all in the loot crate. I can see this mini cannon, so I seriously doubt that's a weapon. It will be one of these collectibles. And I like bringing stuff back to the bus and decorating it. Do a little bit of interior decoration. Next to that, that's the hand cannon, the sheriff. Call it the Colt Python, call it what you like. I really like that gun, but I'm not seeing anything new. There's the K-bar knife, the National Guard knife. Plenty of ammo, bandages, drinking eddies, little statues. So I don't know what value they're going to have for melting down, scrapping for resources. Medals that are put into picture frames. Not really sure what that's all about, what value they have. But yeah, we can see the bow, we can see a sword, the bolt action rifle, the esteemed mortal. Don't really like that axe, but some people do. So yeah, not really seeing anything new other than the collectibles. We shall move on.
The whole thing is wired to blow. We'll smoke her out.
You're lazy.
Right, so we can hear the extra dialogue as we're going to be exploring the maps. So yeah, we'll have a look in this little loot crate. I can see the medicine. I can see lots of impact grenades. Incredibly helpful. Crafting this stuff, you'd need gunpowder and materials. And getting gunpowder, I always told people to go to Memorial Lane. You go to that blue house, ground floor by the stairs. I called it the ammo altar. There was a skull. There was an effigy like a voodoo doll. The books for the bindings. You took all of this stuff, and it was guaranteed to be there every time you visited, and it would really help you build ammunition. But now we're going to start finding this stuff in the crates. It's going to make it a little bit easier. So yeah, plenty of hand grenades there. I see a assault rifle up on the table. Again, this medal, not really sure whether that ties into the story, what it's all about. We'll find out soon enough.
Lazy shit here.
Right, so we've got the reclaimed and the tower. They're usually at each other's throats fighting. So it'll be interesting seeing the story why they're not. One's got the assault rifle, one's got the Nova pump action shotguns. There's nothing new there. You see we're going to throw an impact grenade at very close range, very risky. It's obviously going to pay off in the trailer, but yeah, ideally you wouldn't be doing that at this sort of range. It's bordering on suicidal.
Attitude has cost us even more supplies.
Right, so again, Memorial Lane. We've got the hand cannon, the sheriff. I really like revolvers. I did the weapons masterclass, tell people how to do the rapid reloads with revolvers. It is life-saving. It's really helped people out. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. You'll learn all kinds of cool tricks for the guns. So we can see there's lots of fighting going on the streets. I really like the sheriff. I love how loud it is, especially when you're indoors. You get this ringing in your ears in game because it's so loud, which is a nice little touch. Helps you feel immersed in the world.
Heavy reclaimed presence looting National Guard cache. Bravo Company sustained.
Right, so we see lots of fighting going on. We're still in Memorial Lane. The blue house is behind us. That's the red house in front. And some of you will be thinking, oh, well, this is easy. I'll just hide behind the wall, peek through the hole, and wait for them to kill each other, and then just go grab all their stuff. Well, no, in the Walking Dead universe, however you die, if you die of old age, you're still going to come back as a zombie. You don't have to be bitten and infected. So okay, they're going to kill each other, but unless they shot each other in the head, all these guys are going to come back as walkers. And these are elites. They've got armor on, helmets, which makes them a little bit more difficult to deal with. So it's just something to be aware of in the game. If you're going to kill someone, do it properly. Otherwise, you're going to have to do the job again. So of course, once they're dead, we can grab the weapons that they've dropped. Some will be broken. We'll just scrap it to get the frames. Or we can reclaim ammo from the magazines to help us fight on.
Severe casualties.
Right, so we've got the bolt action rifle. Some people were speculating, wondering whether we'd get attachments with the update, like a scope. Now, we might do, but if they were going to do that, surely this is the money shot to show off using a scope. So I don't think we're going to get it. I'd love it if we did. Other games do it, like Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond. Their initial implementation of a scope in that game didn't work particularly well, but they patched the game and it worked really, really well. So I would like to have a scope. Skydance, if you're listening. I would also really like to have what's called a virtual stock. So what happens with the bolt action, well, when I use it anyway, is that I fire my shot and then I take my trigger hand off. I'm right-handed, I want to work the bolt, and then the stock, the butt of the rifle drops down. We have simulated physics in the game. I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool about is it makes it difficult for me to grab that bolt, rack another rounds into the chamber. What a virtual stock would do is keep that stock pressed into our shoulder so the rifle doesn't move, making it easier to work the bolt, get a higher rate of fire. So yeah, if they could work that in the future, that would really, really help. Playing shooting games in VR, the reload mechanics can make it incredibly fun. Some games mess it up and make it far too easy and it's boring. Some games get it bang on. Saints and Sinners is very nearly there. We've got games like Pavlov and Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and hand grenades that do use that virtual stock system. It just makes it much more enjoyable for me to use those guns. But Saints and Sinners is still up there as one of my favourite VR titles. It's worth pointing out that the rifle rounds will go through helmets. You can get through and through headshots on the zombies. There's definitely reasons you'll want to use a rifle. Obviously, for Aftershocks, we will have already completed the story, and we will have had got access to the automatic rifle blueprints. We'll be able to build that rifle. Most of us are going to want to use that fully automatic burst fire or single shot. Can't really see why you'd want to use the bolt action unless it had a scope on it. So I think many of us would just scrap the bolt action rifle, use those frames to build an AR, which is going to have higher mag count and stuff like that. But some people like the challenge. Some people enjoy using the rifle. It is probably better to use in the story mode than the trial. With the trial, they're always coming at you, the zombies, without having a good rate of fire. They're just going to be on top of you, and yeah, using the bolt action doesn't really make a lot of sense. So we'll press on with the trailer.
Backup requested.
Nice shot. Right, so we're climbing up. I know this is the ward. Played the game plenty. We go up on a truck and then we climb up into the building because all the other doors are locked. This is how we're going to get in. So those of us thinking there's going to be new locations, haven't really seen anything to suggest that in the trailer, but you never know. We might get extra locations added in for the trial because that's only got 3 of the locations. For me, the true trial is doing the story mode, staying out when the bells ring and try and make it back. Things get a little bit crazy and I don't have those boosters from hanging walkers to let me cheese it.
Savages had the presence of mind to walk off with the key.
Right, so we see we need to find a key to unlock this chest, and there's a note he's reading. This is obviously part of the story. Really looking forward to hearing all of this dialogue and seeing what they've got in store for us.
Key to this cache. Got his legs blown off for the trouble.
Shelter in the school to
Right, the school, so Rampart. I know lots of people got freaked out by this level, these long, dark corridors. I really like Rampart a lot. The Ward and Rampart, probably two of my favourite levels. But again, this isn't a new location. I'm not seeing any new weapons. That's the compound bow. I much prefer that to the standard bow. A lot of fun using the bow. You see there's an arrow on the ground there. So you can pick it up, use it as a melee weapon. There's all kinds of different arrows to distract them and explosive arrows. You can go all John Rambo. It's a pretty cool weapon.
To avoid our wrath. Oh,
Right, so we've got a horde of zombies there. Some people do get really bent out of shape when I call them zombies. What people need to be aware of is that I read the comics before the TV show was a thing, and zombies is used in the comics plenty. I do realise in the TV show they never called it zombies. They always say walkers or all these other slang names that the survivors give them. One of the TV producers said, "Oh, well, that's because in the Walking Dead universe there was no George Romero, so there was no Night of the Living Dead. Ergo, the word zombies wouldn't exist." Well, that's bullshit because zombies comes from voodoo. We're in New Orleans. We get these voodoo dolls. We find these effigy dolls. Zombies are a thing, so it's fine to call them zombies, call them walkers, call them whatever you want. We all know what we're talking about. But yeah, so we've got a horde of zombies coming at us. We're going to throw the impact grenade. I really like explosives. They're incredibly dangerous, but yeah, the end result can sometimes be hilarious, if not devastating.
suckling pigs. Their screams will warn me.
So good throw with the impact grenade as well as the knife, and we can see there's a little pink purple question mark there, so something has been dropped for us to go and have a look at. Could be a new blueprint for a new weapon or these survival tools, we don't know. We can see there's ammo sprawled all over the ground. Looks like a standard 45 revolver there to pick up. So again, we're in Memorial Lane. It's not a new location. Right, we're getting flipped off there. I don't know what that's all about in the picture, but that is not a new location. I forget the name of it. I know I've been there. I did it for the Bow Before Me video I did, which was all about the bow gameplay. So don't know what that picture's about. It's obviously got to be part of the story. What I'm really interested in is this next scene. We're looking at another loot crate. So lots of impact grenades. There's the medal on top of medicine. We've got the box of stuff, depending on the color they are, is what's contained within it. But it's what's over to the left. That looks like a blueprint to me, and it doesn't really look like anything we've already got in the game. So this must be one of these survival tools. Now, people are speculating it could be a grenade launcher. We knew there was going to be a grenade launcher, but it was cut out of the game. So people have found the files allegedly within the game, and people are saying, well, yeah, that's going to be in Aftershocks. We don't know that for sure. Maybe it will be. As I look at this, I actually think I need to turn my head and look around 180 at it. That looks like the grip, the handle, that's the trigger. To me, it looks more like a harpoon gun, with that being the dart or whatever you want to call it, the harpoon. Lots of people wanted a crossbow because of Daryl and the TV show. That doesn't look like a crossbow to me. None of us really know, except the game developers, so we'll just have to see when it releases. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what these so-called survival tools will be. Right, so a cheeky slap over the back of the head with a pan. Don't know if it was the frying pan or a pot. I know lots of people enjoy doing that. I never called it a weapon. I call it an item, just to make it clear in my weapons masterclass. Anything we can craft at the benches, that's what I call a weapon. But I'm fully aware there's items in the world we can use as weapons. I did a video all about that. Can anything kill a walker? Now, I know a lot of people like using the pan. It's a funny noise when you bonk them on the head, and people say it's the ultimate weapon. It won't break. That is true. However, if you were relying on that, it's like a crutch. I quite like that weapons break. I really like shooting the guns, and I like that they can break. I like that some of them will malfunction. I like having to reload under pressure. That makes it fun for me. If I'm just bonking them over the head and I know it's never going to break, it takes away a little bit of the pressure and the stress. But yeah, if that's what you enjoy doing, it's a game. Have fun with it. I don't judge anyone as long as they're having fun. Right, so a good whack to the head with an axe. I never really went over the melee mechanics in the masterclass video because I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to tell you how to swing an axe. If I need to, teach you something that basic, you've really got problems, and I don't think you're going to survive very long in a zombie apocalypse, no matter what I tell you. Right, so let's stop there. We can see lots of photos on the table. That looks like the double-barreled shotgun, one of my personal favourites. Maybe it's the bolt action, hard to tell at that angle. But we can see all of these photos. That says the home base. That looks like the blue mansion, which is in the shallows. Packs of cigarettes. We can scrap that to get wood scraps. There's the ammo there. Yeah, I don't know what these numbers are about, but it's saying possible intel. So those of us who played the game, we knew there was May sending us out to find intel and giving us these drawings done and these photos to help us find these locations. So we know we're looking for these loot crates that have come from the reserve to give us resources. So yeah, what's that? Maybe 7 or 8 photos there, locations for us to go check out. We'll have to see how that pans out in the DLC.
This time,
That looks like the ward as well. It might be one of the other locations. Yeah, there was an axe on top of the tool chest. Just go into
lock it down.
the loot crate a little bit more. One of the things I want to point out, so we've got more boxes of stuff, the green and grey, and there's lots of ammo there. And it looks like we've got the K-bar knives underneath the picture frame. My only concern is that we're getting so much stuff. Maybe this is going to make it too easy for me. Like I said, I could cheese it in the trial mode. I'm just a little bit concerned I'm getting too much stuff. I mean, it makes sense. We were going to the reserve to get all of these resources. Now we're finally getting our hands on them. It really will depend how much fighting we have to do when we go to each location. If I'm going to burn through my ammo and the weapons that I craft. So we'll just have to see how that pans out. That's the 45 ACP ammo there. When I did the weapons masterclass, people kept saying, you keep calling the 9mm an automatic. It's not, it's a semi-automatic. No, 45 ACP means automatic Colt pistol. So yeah, it's a thing. Okay, if I'd said it was a fully automatic pistol, then they'd be right to correct me. I was wrong. But no, automatic pistols are a thing. That's fine. You get automatic revolvers. They use the recoil to cycle the cylinder. Just because I'm English doesn't mean I don't know about firearms. I did misspeak once and called a magazine a clip for the pistol. People came down on me like a ton of bricks. It doesn't really matter, guys. We don't need to argue over things. Technically, it's incorrect. However, everybody knew what I meant, whether they're a gun expert or they're a complete amateur. Because of TV shows and movies, clip has pretty much become slang for magazines. So I do sometimes misspeak in videos. I apologize, but trust me, doing a live commentary and playing at the same time isn't as easy as it looks. So yeah, cut me some slack.
Down before the tourist gets there.
So Aftershocks, a free update, which won't be coming on May 20th. So what I will do instead, as I said at the start of the video, I'll have a look at Call of Duty Cold War Zombies. They're updating that zombie mode. I don't even do the other multiplayer modes. All I do is zombies. If that all goes wrong, I'll move on to something else like Pavlov and its zombie content, or maybe do Nazi Zombies Dead War. So we'll leave it there, guys. Have a great day. Have a great evening, whatever you choose to do after watching this. And as always, I'll see you when I see you next. Ciao for now.